this is I, and today I am bringing you a little bit of ASMR with some watercolor paper as well as the 120 days challenge. So this is a YouTube channel. I decided to do it along with my cousin. You will find all her information down below, so make sure to check out the box after you watch the video or while you watch the video. I don't mind, just check it out. So the 120 day challenge is an art challenge where you take on a different prompt every day and you draw something from it. I decided to do it on watercolor because I just recently, very recently picked it up. I think it was like not even a month ago, because of the stress that I was having over exams, and I thought that maybe painting with watercolors would be a good source of calmness for me, because I've always liked coloring, colors, color theory and things of the sort. So I just thought that it would be more interesting to me than digital painting, not because I don't think it's good or interesting or amazing. I just think that it doesn't suit me as a medium. So that's why I picked watercolor. And you will realize at the beginning, well, you will see the differences in paper. I just only recently picked up some actual watercolor paper, you can see it right there. So it was a bit difficult to work with at the beginning, but I eventually worked it out. I am still getting used to the medium, so don't judge me. I am very bad at drawing. I just like expressing myself and having an outlet for anxiety, anger, stress, sadness, and I just think that, well, art in every form is a way to express ourselves, so that's why I decided to pick it up. So I will talk a little bit here about what everything is, but I will be inserting some clips for each and every one of the actual paintings themselves, or maybe rather than paintings, sketches I guess they could be, because they're not actual paintings, they just, you can see very tiny scraps. So what I did for the size of this is I will show you now. So I picked up a piece of paper and I just curved it in the middle, cut that up, and then curved it again and cut that up. So I decided to do it with my own hands because I like the rugged sort of look that it gives the paper. I don't like it being like straight. First of all, because I can cut my fingers with it and I hate that. Paper cuts are the worst. So yeah, I just like the rugged look that hand tearing gives it. So that's why I do it with my hands. The first prompt was introduction, and as you can see, the inspiration was myself. This is my background and this is my room. Like, I just record in my room because it's all I have for now. So that's just what I drew. I took some liberties, of course. I wasn't able to paint the doll and a lot of other Funko Pops that I have. I just picked up what was most relevant to me. And yeah, I have all those Polaroid pictures in the back, but I thought drawing each one of them in such a tiny space would be too difficult for me as a noob artist. So I just decided to just do like a general idea, and yeah, I just have the general idea. This was my first piece and I was actually super proud of it because I had drawn myself before. I'm still trying to experiment with my style because I think it still looks like my style when I was like 12 or 10 even. So I'm still trying to figure that out, trying to develop. I'm not the best at art, it's just an outlet for me, as I said before. Now, day 2 was love, and I didn't have a lot of problems with this, but I just couldn't really pinpoint what exactly I wanted to do. It was like I had way too many ideas. So I decided to basically put all of them together, and I did a little heart. Well, not a little heart, I drew a heart, and inside of it there are 4 puzzle pieces of things that I really love. I decided not to include people because it would be very difficult for me to draw all of them. So everybody knows I love them, all of my friends, all of my loved ones, my family, everybody knows I love them. So this is for you if you're watching, I love you a lot. And yeah, the 4 pieces of the puzzle that I have here are TV shows. The one that I put in the example was Good Omens. The second one, the one on the top right corner, is traveling. Then I have books and a magnifying glass. This is mainly because I love detective stories. And last we have my most recent love, the Nintendo Switch, with the newest game that I've fallen in love with, Animal Crossing New Horizons. The next prompt, day 3, was light. And since the series I'm watching right now is Star vs. the Forces of Evil, I just picked up what I've recently associated with light, and that's the wand. So I drew it not by memory, but by hand, so I didn't use like a ruler or anything, so it doesn't look great, okay? Bear with it. It doesn't look great. I just wanted to represent the idea, basically. So yeah, I mean, there's not much else to talk about it. I am liking the show, I am on the last season. There's nothing else for me to talk about. That's just the thing that I've associated light with most recently, at least. So that's what I drew. These are the most personal ones, I would say, and this is when I began getting more adventurous with my art, because I thought that if I didn't try anything new, I would never get better. So I decided to draw myself. And the next prompt is dark. So because it's darkness, because the prompt was dark, I decided to portray how I feel when I feel darkness. And how I feel is, I feel like I'm in a bubble of my own. I do feel like I could have drawn this better by doing like a half bubble and trying to get other people inside, but I'm not good enough for that. So instead what I did was I just drew myself kind of hunched up, like curled up in a little ball, which is how I feel when I'm at my darkest. I usually curl up and cry, like against any kind of wall. So I usually just curl up and cry against any type of surface that I can use or that I see, and that's what I decided to draw. So this is the last one I did with mixed media paper. Now, like I said, I was having a tough time with watercolor. I just thought it was because I was a beginner, and yeah, but also it's much easier to do it with actual watercolor paper. So this is Seeking Solace. Now if you know John Mulaney, you can see it right here. You can see his inspiration right here. I was tempted to do it before, but I decided it was not worth it. So this is basically what saves me from my dark days and from the darkness that I was talking about before. When I am at my lowest and I don't see anybody with me, I just look for solace in TV shows, and Doctor Who is one of those TV shows. I always used to have these ideas in my head that, well, if you're having a bad dream, someone will come up to you in your dreams and help you, and it has been true many times for me. So yeah, one of the people, I should say, that constantly save me in my dreams, it's the Doctor. So the Doctors in general. So yeah, that's just definitely what I took inspiration on. Yeah, you can see the difference already in the colours. So this is when I first started to use watercolor paper. Now I love the texture. I was looking for papers without a lot of texture because I don't really love having too much, but after seeing this I think I understand why people love having texture in the watercolor paper, because it looks so cool and cute and I love it. So this was my first experience with watercolor paper, so I just really wanted to see how the colors themselves worked on paper. So I wasn't really focusing on the actual piece itself, which was a mistake. I should have tried it before I did this, but I still think the background looks cool. At least I have to learn how to better, you know, mix them and how to make a better transition and a better gradient, but I will learn. I am a newbie, as I said. And since the prompt of this was breakaway, a lot of people were confused, like, what is going on here? Well, the time when you feel like you need to break away from stuff is the time when you're at your lowest point, that you feel so changed to something that you need to change. You need to do something else. And that's a really bad feeling. It's not nice. So I just decided to, yeah, portray that. Now, my anatomy sucks. I have to learn. I am learning. I am a newbie. So bear that in mind, please. I am not an artist. This is just how I put myself out into the world, apart from YouTube. And the last prompt, this is the one I'm most proud of, I would say. The last prompt of the week was heaven. Now, this was mostly just a breather from the prompts that I had to do before this. And I like that we have one good, one bad, one good, one bad, so that you can contrast everything and you don't have to feel down all the time. So yeah, I just drew what heaven feels like to me. And heaven is being with my loved ones and being in nature and with a nice breeze going by. That's what, I mean, I'm not religious, but that's what I would say is heaven. So yeah, I tried to draw my loved ones, but I did not do them justice, so I just drew myself, and I'm picturing them on the other side of the road, or on the other side of the picture. I don't know, maybe they're in the clouds, you know, but I am just really proud of the way that I drew this. I like the clouds. I've never drawn clouds before. I like the way I look. I like the way the transition in the background is looking. I really like that. So yeah, I am proud of myself for, first of all, for getting through the first week of the challenge. Now I do have one last piece to make, that's today, and then I will be able to record maybe in 2 days the second week. But because of the Black Lives Matter movement, I didn't want to upload anything last week, and that's why I didn't do anything. So yeah, that's why you're probably getting this one a little bit too late. I don't care, I'm sorry, Black Lives do matter. So if you have any recommendations on how I could better my art, if you have any ideas for other videos that you would like to see, any other thoughts that you had while watching, please go ahead and leave a comment. I love reading comments so much. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!